Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil mursaleen wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in amma ba'd. Distinguished dignitaries and my beloved friends, in this auspicious occasion of this Consoulium, I would like to shed light on my selected topic, draconian ways of Zionist terrorism. First of all, I thank the Almighty who gave me such a wonderful chance to stand up in this magnanimous juncture. Alhamdulillah. What we actually calling for the Zionism? It's a way that we using to spread the liberal ideologies to all over the world. In Palestine, they are killed more than 25,000 people with a simple 100 days. That was actually held by the Zionism. And there's war just against to the war justice that were according to the UNO. And we need to go back 100 years in history to understand about the emerging of Zionism in our world. That the removal of Osmania Khilafah was the main hidden agenda behind the First World War. And the Zionist activists who are trying to buy the land in Palestine, but the Umayyad Khilafah, Sultan Muhammad did not agree with them to buy the land in Palestine. And after the Second World War, when these countries become the slaves of colonialization, and after the Balfour Declaration, these countries established the Israel as a state. But the Zionism were actually found long before it. That we can see the founding father of the Zionism is Theodor Herzl, was an Austrian Jew, and he is established, and their first conference were held in Austria in the year 1897, which gave birth for the one of world ever witnessed disaster ideology. And during the Zionist reveals were happened across all our world, that their main aim is to establish a Jewish state across the Palestine. And the Jews were seen as a second-class citizens across the Europe. And during the Hitler's ruling in Germany, and during the era of Russian Empire, they were widely attacked across the Europe, because the Europeans were believed that their all problems were emerged from the core problem of their core problems were emerged by the Zionist terrorists. So they are buying very much interest from the people that make them very bad. And they will never obey or agree with the other rules of other regions and other states. And we can see the racism mostly in the hands of Zionism. That not the Jews, actually the Jews ideas were against to the Zionism. And the Israelis not like the Jewish scholars in Israel. So they are making many outer walls to come inside of the state. Because the Israeli government were giving many generosity for the Israeli scholars. And Zionism still, since its foundation, committed many of attacks that we can, let me walk you through a few of them. In 1938, Zionist terrorists was bombed a vegetable and melon market and killing many of people. In 1944, they assassinated the Lord Moyne, was president of the British, and they bombed many letters to the British officials in the year 1946. And UNO were just like a joke for them. And the America were supporting them by their veto power in UNO. And I don't want to protract my words. Let me conclude here by saying that even Hitler would be at peace that he was pushed to second behind the Zionist devils. And I don't want to protract my words. Let me conclude here. If there will be peace and humanity over the Zionist devil. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
അവസാനിച്ചു.